another fantastic episode of the Fake Football Guy Show. My name's Giancarlo. Everybody calls me JC, and alongside me is my co-host, the one and only, the greatest of all time, the man that has some exciting news for us. I can't wait to hear. Dustin D.L. Lingerman. What's up, Dustin?
What's up, man?
How's it going, man?
It's
been a while, man. I'm a little rusty.
Yeah, I feel a little awkward.
Yeah?
But not like in a bad way, but like, oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Back into the fire, baby.
Okay.
Back into the fire.
Yes.
All right, real quick, before we get started, our production assistant, the man with the best hair in the planet. I wish we had a camera to show that mop of yours. Our production assistant, Double D, David Dykstra. What's up, David?
Were you just talking about my hair?
Yeah, man, you have great hair, bro.
I have no
Love
hair.
your hair.
That's the point.
Oh, I get it.
Solid. You got a strong hair game.
Bald
You do.
joke.
Yeah, it's a
I
bald
get
joke.
it.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah,
Yeah.
Slow hanging fruit there, Jason.
It is,
Creative.
Slow
Creative.
hanging fruit.
It is. Speaking of
That's how he rolls.
some fruit, I'm just kidding. The executive producer of the show, the emperor of everything, the man that just beat COVID, literally got into a boxing ring with COVID and won. So
Yeah.
just beat it. Andrew Valentine. What's up, Andrew?
I'll have you know these cojones hang low, very, very low.
Exactly.
Drop into the flow.
Hey, we're glad that you're back and that you're healthier than ever. And yeah, we're ready for a fantastic show. DL, as a reminder, let's let the people know, if they want to follow us on Twitter or on any of the socials, let's start with Twitter. Where can they follow us, DL?
Tweet FFG.
Awesome. Ask
Wow,
us
I
any
still
questions.
got it.
You got it.
You
remember
thought I was
that?
gonna mess
I
it
thought
up.
you were going to mess it up.
You did.
I was like, I'm going to catch him
I
off
knew
guard,
it.
and he's going to mess up.
I
Now,
knew
but
it.
for real, follow us on Twitter at TweetFFG. And then remember, if you want to send them any questions or
Hashtag.
whatever, use the hashtag.
Ask us FFG.
Dude, you're on fire today. Look at
I
that.
practiced.
That's cool. That's
I was
cool.
in the shower.
You were in
It's
the
like-
shower. I was in the mirror, so yeah, that's what I was doing. If people don't use Twitter, maybe they want to send over emails. DL, where can they send those emails?
Ask us FFG@gmail.com.
Fantastic. We love those email questions. We did get some over the weekend, so we can't wait to go over some of those questions that we did receive via email.
Yeah.
We could always do that. On top of that, DL, if people want to call us and they want to leave us a voicemail, where can they reach us?
That's easy. JC's mom's is 708
mom's.
655 4508.
Yep.
It's actually JC's number. Call him all the time.
Yeah, call me.
He's got a lady friend, so make her jealous.
Call me. Leave us voicemails. You could probably call, and I'll probably answer in real time and answer any questions people
He
have.
did that one time
I
with
did
Bobby
that one
Boucher.
time. That's right. But yeah, so you can reach us on Twitter. You can reach us via email. You can send us a voicemail. Whatever you'd like, we have it available for you. Please remember, as always, DL, like, share, and subscribe, and smash that notification button. It's that little bell on the side of your screen. When you do that, it lets you know when we go live.
Yeah.
And it's important. That way you can tune in and ask us questions
We
on
don't have to
YouTube.
remind you.
Correct.
And we are on all social media platforms.
All social media
We got
platforms.
Facebook. We got Instagram. TikTok.
TikTok. Hey,
What?
killing it
I
on
know,
TikTok.
right?
Killing it on TikTok. Shout out to the boys who are killing it on TikTok as well. A lot of the content that's out there has been fantastic. You're killing it on Twitter as well. Speaking
Yes,
of
I am.
killing it, DL,
Yes,
I
I
heard
am.
that there's some fantastic news. What's going on?
There is a monumental moment of my life
Okay.
that happened last Saturday night.
Oh,
Let me set the stage. So I was playing MLB,
the show.
the show.
Okay, great game.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And I was about like a couple beers deep.
Okay,
right?
nice. Always,
All of a sudden,
always a good time.
yeah, man.
What
I
were we
was-
drinking? What were we drinking?
Okay, so I was drinking a little mixture. Anti-hero is always
Oh,
a
nice.
go-to for
Oh,
me,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And then Miller Lite.
Oh, all right. It's one of
but-
those nights.
Yeah, you got to switch it
I
over
feel you.
because you don't want to get too.
It's
I was
easy.
going to Disney on Ice the next day.
The next day?
Anyways,
Yeah.
so long story short, I was like, all right, I should go to bed. I don't want to be hungover tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. Start turning things off. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to hop on Twitter. You know, whatever. Like,
Cool.
quick scroll,
Yeah.
go to bed.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I see the legend,
Who?
the 1985
Ooh.
quarterback
Ooh.
of those Chicago Bears.
Ooh, the punky QB?
Yeah, on Twitter. And he's like, he says this. He
Jim
does this every
McMahon?
once in a while. If you should follow him. It's awesome. But he says, who else? And literally he's asking, who else should I follow?
Ooh.
Now, mind you, if you guys have been following me or the Fake Football Guys or even Jay here,
Yeah.
JC, I've been trying to get him to follow me for a very, very long
Yeah,
time.
He's
Like
been reaching out to him.
I tagged us. I literally talk about like the bobblehead that we have right here. Thought that would woo him. No. Straight up no. Ghosted me. So, as I mentioned, I was a couple beers deep.
Mm-hmm.
Deep. And I was like, all right, here I go. And I bled my heart out.
Dude, you shot
to
your
this
shot.
man.
I saw the tweets.
I just laid it all out on the table. If you want, check it out. Go to my Twitter. You can see my reply.
We might have a graphic. I don't know if we have a graphic showing, Jim McMahon is following him, but Jim
Hey,
McMahon
man,
is following
you just jumped the gun.
What?
I had this great build-up,
What?
man.
Dude,
I had a great build-up.
That was the point of the story.
No one ever knew it happened yet.
Please. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. Look at that. What a graphic.
Hey,
You gotta love it.
Dude.
hashtag JC premature.
Yeah.
Premature.
Now I understand why your girl's all mad.
Hey, well, you gotta do what you
Yeah,
gotta do.
I had a great build-up,
Survival
dude.
of the
That was a
fittest.
great build-up. People were like probably on like, oh my God, what did he say?
Dude, it's been
Did
10
he
minutes into
follow?
the show. You're still
and then
telling your
he's
story.
just like, yeah, you got followed. Anyways, on to me. Like,
No. Well, anyway, Jim McMahon's following you. That's a W for the show. That's awesome. I'm
That's a
excited
W
for
for
you.
me.
Dude, it's for the show.
I'm taking
all
it
right?
for me.
That's awesome. I'm happy for you. And that you're getting to, I think a piece of your childhood, is back.
It
you
did,
know?
man.
It's
It
like-
was. I was okay. And since he jumped the gun, one second. Since he jumped the gun on this, mind you, this is at like 1 a.m. So when this happened, I went off.
Yeah, you were
the
kind of
chain.
tanked, I'm sure.
Oh, I was tanked. I was hitting everyone up. I hit you up.
did?
I hit the boys in the back
Yep.
of the Wombats.
Yep.
I hit my family, my in-laws at 1 a.m. Mind you, all of them have kids, all of them. And I hit them up at 1 a.m.
To let them know that you're getting followed by the 85 Super Bowl champ, Jim McMahon.
The champ.
Hey, it's awesome.
What's up, man? What's up, WD?
First off, absolutely love Wombats. I think that's a stick.
Yeah.
Call us the Wombats. We're good with that. You good with that?
That works for me.
That's what we said last show.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm good with that. Secondly, I could tell you were geeking out just by when you start to tell the story,
Mhm.
the absolute ear to ear grin as you begin to tell the story.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
And now it's lost.
Yeah.
Because of you.
I didn't ruin the story.
You're like that kid, like,
It took you forever to get
it's
there.
like, oh, did you see this movie? Yeah, I totally saw it. Like, oh, did you see where Han Solo died? And you're like, dude.
No, dude, time out. Spoiler alert. Can you mark this? Because he just ruined the fucking thing. Hey, man, spoiler alert.
That's you.
Dude, no.
That's you, man. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm about to see that. Yeah, Han Solo dies.
Just
Like,
ruined
oh,
it. Hey,
you.
if you're watching, we're sorry that he just ruined the
Dude,
entire show.
true story. True story.
Entire
I
thing.
kid you not. And then we'll get to the show. My wife and I went to go see Star Wars,
Yep.
that one where Han Solo dies. I shit you not, this happened. We're watching, and literally there's like a high school in the back. He's like, oh yeah, this is where Han Solo dies.
No.
I kid you. I was like, I got up and left. I was that mad. I was like, you jerk.
Well,
Anyways.
somebody that's watching is going to get up and leave now that you just told them Han Solo dies. So,
Okay, if you haven't seen that Star Wars, like, yo.
Yeah, there's
That
a
was-
statute of limitations.
well, what's the statue? What is it? It's
I
5
would-
years?
I would-
It's on TNT.
I would say at
All
least 5 years. Yeah.
Like, you literally don't even have to buy it. You don't have to rent it. You don't have to go to the movie theater. It's on repeat on TNT. It's on demand.
There's your
Like,
statute of limitations right there. If it's
Yeah.
on TNT, you can
it.
talk about it.
seriously.
All right,
And it's
fine.
on a marathon.
All right, fine.
All right,
fine. Enough of this
let's
BS. Let's get to the show. We got a jam-packed show as always. I think we're
Yes.
gonna do a short show today, just because we're not doing a whole lot of fantasy stuff. It's more, football oriented. Just kind of go over the news.
Yeah,
Little news
yeah.
cycle. A lot's going on. But before we do that, the exciting news for us, like we said earlier, we're all over the place. You can find us on TikTok. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram. Just look for us. Ask us FFG. We're all over the place. Honestly, the work's been great. Shout out to the Wombats. Honestly, they've been killing it with a lot of the content they've been putting out there. And again, like I said earlier, you on Twitter, it's fantastic. You're getting
Thank
Jim
you.
McMahon to follow you. It's pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I was about to say
There's-
that,
go
but once
ahead.
again, you want to move along the
No,
show.
no, go ahead.
And there's no
Lightning speed. I am
It's
lightning
called.
speed.
You got to let it
Let it
kind of
breathe?
sizzle.
Let it breathe.
Yeah, let it breathe a
Yeah,
little.
yeah.
You're just like, yeah, let's go. Okay, have a good day. Bye. I don't know what happened. I don't know why we ain't getting followers. How come no one likes
I'm
this?
just
I don't
getting
get
shit
it.
on
How
this
come our show?
This is a show where I just get shit on. That's
Man,
fine. I
you-
was due. It was usually you, but I was due.
Yeah, I know. You got to pump the brakes. Yes, we have a podcast, as JC was about to roll over and completely not talk about, but we are on all the major podcast areas. We're talking Spotify,
Apple Music.
Apple Music,
Yep, Stitcher.
Stitcher. Are we on?
Anchor.
Amazon?
We're on Anchor.
I would say Stitcher, iPod Music.
iPod Music.
Yeah.
Not Apple Music. iPod.
Apple.
Somebody.
This is
Apple-
going great.
Apple
Well,
Pod.
He
Quad.
said
I'm
iPod.
going to try and get you guys on Quad Pod as soon as you start getting followers. So tell everybody
Hey,
to smash
you know what?
the likes and shares.
It's all good because we're on Spotify. We're on Apple.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
Honestly, we're
so
everywhere.
if you can't tune in, or if you're at work and you have one of those bosses that like would fire you on the spot, just put in your headphones and you can listen to us go on and on about how great Jim McMahon is.
Yeah.
And fantasy stuff too.
Yeah, Jim McMahon, we love you. If you're watching.
Hopefully.
He's watching, right?
Okay.
He
Yeah, watch.
watch
He
it.
probably
Yeah,
unfollow me
he's
after he
viewers.
saw this.
No way. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We love
You
him.
better not. Anyways.
Anyway, tons of stuff to go over for the show.
Yes.
DL, really excited for a lot of the changes that are happening for us. So
Yeah.
tons of stuff. DL, there's been a lot of coaching changes. A lot that have impacted a lot of teams. Let's start here in Chicago
Oh man.
with
Yeah.
the hiring of our new head coach and our new GM. So first, the Bears hired Ryan Poles, and then they hired Matt Eberflus. Are you waiting for me
Is
to
it
jag that name?
Eberflus or Eberflus?
I think it's Eberflus. What do you guys got? You guys got a name for me? There it is.
Eberflus.
There it
Okay.
is.
I was waiting for it
Eberflus.
because I was like, I was gonna wait and be like, yeah, I got
He
you.
was the former Colts defensive coordinator from 2018 to 2021.
Mhm.
Pretty exciting to see. You'd think that they would have moved in an offensive, way, like thinking like, okay, we're gonna build with Fields, and they're gonna hire somebody who can mold him and
Yeah.
do that. But they didn't. They went with the defensive guy. Poles made the decision. There was a lot of talk about how they went about getting there, but it's exciting. I don't know a whole lot about the guy, if I'm being honest with you. I just know that he's a defensive-minded guy, and we still have a decent defense. So
Yeah,
we'll see what he
he's
does.
got he's defensive mind. He's really not going to be calling the plays, which is going to be huge. So he could really focus on managing the team.
Nice, like
which
a
I f-
CEO, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I felt if Nagy would have done,
Yep.
he would have done a lot better,
Yep.
right? So he has worked with a lot of the greats, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
The Alabama guy. You guys know what I'm
Nick
talking about.
Saban, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
He's worked with those guys. He has them in. The only thing I can say that I'm not a huge fan of, he does this like rah coach speak.
Yeah, he does like the fire and the passion kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
it's talking about hits, intense, and
Yeah.
smart plays. Which, all right, I get it, man. Like that's cool. Like I'm glad he's into it. I'm
Mhm.
glad he's like focused. So a lot of times with these new coaches, it's like a wait and see, right?
Yeah.
Like, cause I get excited because I'm like, all right, cool, but they never like really get into it. Like I got to see how the team actually responds
Yeah.
before I'm all bought in. However, they did get Getsy from the
Green Bay?
Packers.
Yeah, Luke Getsy, yep.
So I'm excited about that because he actually he started the same time Devontae Adams started.
Mhm.
And we've seen how Devontae Adams actually grew into his role.
Mhm.
Not take it away from his talent. It was there, but the
Mhm.
way he plans things. So I'm excited for that aspect
Mhm.
because he knows all aspects of the offense. So we'll see how that goes. But overall, I think he's going to be great just focusing on being the CEO and just running the team versus running a particular area.
Yeah, so they're saying that he's going to run a cover 2 defense, which we're familiar with.
Yeah,
with
I don't
Lovey.
know.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
it's
know.
going to be interesting. I mean, honestly, when
I'm
I think
too
of
excited.
defensive-minded head coaches, on offense, I think of running the ball.
Yeah.
So I definitely feel like he's going to be a guy who runs the ball a lot. So from a
Mhm.
fantasy perspective, David Montgomery moves up a few spots for me. He even talked specifically about David Montgomery in his presser and the leadership that
And
he
Justin
provided.
Fields. They
And
brought
he did
him
talk
in,
about
too.
Fields, too.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. It's a new era here in Chicago. We're pretty excited. If you didn't know, we're Bears fans. We're doing this just out of an outside a suburb of Chicago. So, yeah, big fans of what's going to happen, and hopefully everything works out, man. Honestly, from a fantasy perspective, I would love if the Bears offense really got into gear.
See, at least at this time, like
Mhm.
you knew who Matt Everfluss was,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, here's Mark Trustman.
Yeah, I know.
And you're like,
Who
who?
was that? Yeah, Canadian
What?
football guy. Who's this?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited about that aspect. I'm with you. Like,
Mhm.
it seems like the trend is always to get like
The young, hot, offensive-minded genius.
exactly.
Yeah.
But look at the Buffalo Bills, though.
True.
So
True.
you got that. That kind of says a lot. But yeah, hopefully it works out. We'll see. Being a Bears fan for as long as I've been, this time I'm sipping the Kool-Aid. I'm not fully drinking it.
Mhm.
I'm taking little sips.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I like that. Okay, I like this. All right, we'll see.
What do you always
We'll
say?
see.
Show me, don't tell me. So let's
Yeah,
see.
show me,
Let's
don't
see.
tell me, mother-
Let's see. Let's see.
Okay.
DL, the Broncos also made a hire. Who did they hire?
Nathaniel Hatchett.
Hackett. You were close. I just needed that, guys. Please stamp that. Hatchet. That's a good book. But anyway,
You can get Eberflus, but you can't get Hackett.
That's right.
Because I don't know. I don't really care about the
That's all right.
Broncos.
That's fine. He's-
No. This is not. No more excuses. We're doing
I don't
the
care.
spelling
That's
bee
cool.
thing. You're
Nathaniel
getting these names
Hackett.
You were
Right,
close.
young man.
I think Hatchet would be a better last name anyway.
Hatchet is
So
cooler.
whatever.
It is
We'll go with
cooler.
Hackett because he's a hack.
Yeah. He's.
I said it. First hot take.
I
Yeah.
like it. I
Thank
like
you.
it because I think it's BS too.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing with him. So he came from Green Bay. He was the former OC there, and the news is, or at least the rumor mill is, that he went to the Broncos so that they could try to lure Aaron Rodgers there. So from a fantasy perspective, if Aaron Rodgers goes to the Broncos, he's a top 5 quarterback for me next year in fantasy, easily.
I mean, any team really. What team would he go to that you wouldn't feel that way?
There's a few teams that
Besides
he went
like
to.
the Jags or something
let's
like
say
that.
he went to the Gen or whatever, the Argonaut. What the hell is the Washington football team's new name?
Commanders.
The Commanders. If he went to the Commanders, I don't think he's a top 5 quarterback. Double D, what you got?
I'm just going to ask you this, JC,
Sure.
because I know Dustin. How did that work out for the Washington Wizards when they tried to get KD and hired all of his really good friends?
Yeah, it didn't really work out too well. I know what you're saying. It didn't really work out too well. But I don't know. We're going to see what's going to happen. I think Aaron Rodgers is just
Is that one of our topics? Are we talking about where Aaron, okay, never mind. We'll get into that a little bit later where Aaron Rodgers is going to go.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think that's what they were going
No,
for
true.
with the hire.
I think that's smart. Yeah, totally.
Let's jump over to the Giants. They hired a guy that we wanted here in Chicago.
Yeah, we did. This was my I was hoping they were going to get him.
They hired Buffalo offensive coordinator Brian Dabble. It's somebody who I wanted. You knew I was, stomping the table for it. I wanted an offensive-minded guy.
I think there was a lot of people who stopped it.
Yeah, I just saw the connections with him, and I saw what he did with Josh Allen, and I really wanted the same for Justin
Seriously.
Fields. Yeah, that's really what it was. We're going to see what happens there. Good for the Giants. Hopefully they turn it around. They've been bad for so long.
And they're in some hot water, too.
Dude, and they have the cap space there. It's a lot. There's just a lot going on there.
Yeah. I just don't know, because are they going to stick with –
No.
Okay.
With their quarterback? No.
Can I say his name?
Double D?
Go ahead, Double T.
You're wrong. He's already come out and said that he has faith in Daniel Jones, at least for a year.
What do you want him to say? He doesn't have faith in the
Yeah.
starting quarterback?
Well, the owner, the actual owner, not president of operations, says we hadn't done anything for this kid to succeed, so why would we go away
Which
from
is
him?
fair.
Which
and
is
then
fair.
in the free agents, they pick up – they got to say
Terrible.
that. They're not going to say, we're going to get a new quarterback, because there'd be riots.
You know when you'll know? When they go into the draft and draft a quarterback in the first round.
Yep.
Then you'll know if they believe in Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
So I don't
True
think
story.
they believe in him. He's not
Because
that good.
there was fear of Justin Fields not being the guy, right?
Yeah.
And the only thing that I would say I was more excited about or solidified fact that they're going to stick with him is they interviewed him right after they interviewed our general manager
he was in the
and
presser. They invited him to the presser, which is something you don't see often.
Ever.
And he was a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, he's a
He
rookie.
at the presser.
Who cares?
Yeah, that
right?
tells you a lot about what they feel about Justin Fields. All right, let's jump over to the next team. The Raiders made a splash hire. What? What's so funny?
I mean, really?
What?
Splash higher?
Yeah, Josh McDaniels is a splash hire. I think
I
to
don't.
bring what? So this is the second go around. First opportunity he had didn't go so hot. When he was with the Broncos, it didn't go so hot. He alienated his
Well,
relationship
that would be his
with
first time,
Cutler.
and then the second time went around with the Colts. Oh wait, no, he quit on the Colts.
He did before anything even started. So it's going to be another interesting hire. Josh McDaniels is a genius. Honestly, he really is. He knows X's and O's.
I don't know.
very few
I
do.
got a bad taste in my mouth because of the Broncos too, because he traded Jay Cutler,
He did.
which
Jay
I'm
Cutler wanted
glad.
out. Once he came in there, it was like a prove it to me type of thing, and Jay Cutler was
Yeah,
a stud the year before.
yeah,
So
kick rocks.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then on top of that, the Raiders are a dumpster fire of a team.
they are somehow they got talent though. They've amassed
As
some
long as they
talent.
stay out of Las Vegas and not drinking and getting
that's
crazy.
That's another conversation for another day.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
just
another
saying.
conversation for another day. Jumping over to the Vikings, that's in our division in the NFC North. The Vikings hired Kevin O'Connell. Does anybody know anything about Kevin O'Connell?
So for anybody who knows the series Hard Knocks,
Yes.
I said this on the show yesterday for X-Bomb. He's the third string quarterback behind Mark Sanchez.
Kevin O'Connell.
Kevin O'Connell. He's a third string backup quarterback to the Jets in the 2010 Hard Knocks series for the
Wow.
Jets. You can see him there.
Yeah, but
And he's a pretty smart guy. He's a pretty good-minded quarterback. He knows his offense. But again, he's the third string backup to Mark Sanchez. So
He's
hopefully
their
he
silver
seems to learn
medal.
nothing from him. So
I'm sorry, he's a Viking silver medal.
Yeah.
Because let's be
You
honest,
know who they wanted.
they wanted Jim Harbaugh. I saw on Twitter all these guys getting all brave and pounding their chests. Oh, Bears suck. We're gonna get Jim Harbaugh. Everyone, and then all of a sudden they didn't. Radio silence. It was crazy. It's
And then
crazy.
I think it was kind of a panic hire right after
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
That's exactly what they did. They didn't have this guy eyed. This was
He was the shiniest turd left in the bowl. That's
Exactly.
what it was.
silver medal. Second sucks. Here's a bag of suckers.
Yeah. Lucky for him, he's got a super talented Vikings team. That offense is pretty good, I think. You don't think so? You got Dalvin Cook, got Justin Jefferson. Kirk Cousins. You could do worse than Kirk Cousins. You
you-
could do worse.
I think that I don't like Kirk Cousins. I'm not a huge fan. I don't think he's worth the money he's getting paid.
For
I
sure.
think he's serviceable, but
Yeah.
I don't think he's the guy.
Yeah, yeah. you'll
And
never
like
win a Super Bowl
honestly,
with him.
like if they could get rid of him, they probably would have.
Yeah, I think
They definitely would move on
Agreed.
from him, and they're going to next year.
agreed.
But I will admit, like, yeah, fuck Justin Jefferson,
Mm-hmm.
Dalvin Cook,
Mm-hmm.
KJ Osborne, which we used him over the. He just broke out a little bit this year. I think he's going to take a step.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Jumping over to another team that was in turmoil, the Jaguars. They hired Doug Peterson.
You know, I like
Nice
this
little
hire.
retread. Yeah, offensive-minded coach. It's
kinda
going to be
like
interesting
this.
to see what he does there.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good hire too. You know, honestly, I think he
He's
got run
won
out of
the
town.
Super Bowl?
Yeah, he got run out of town in Philly. It's tough to play in Philly, man. Those fans,
Oh,
that it's just
brutal.
it's a different place there. It's a place I wouldn't want to play. But they ran him out of town after winning a Super Bowl. Literally after winning the Super Bowl the following year. So it's cool to see him
but
back.
he made some bonehead mistakes,
He
man.
did. He did.
Like what? He benched Jalen Hurts and
he
put in like
did.
the third string quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was stupid.
Yeah, he was trying to be the smartest guy in the room, but hopefully this time around, it's a little different. Jumping over to another team that made another interesting hire, a guy that I don't know a whole lot about. The Dolphins hired Mike McDaniel.
You know, I thought this was a good hire.
Really?
I really did, because I was hoping if we didn't, get Brian Dobble, that we would get him.
Okay,
That's I mean, offensive wise,
Mm-hmm.
I thought this would be a good stepping stone, just because if you think of the 49ers too, the schemes that they run,
Yep.
it's very like run heavy and like
West Coast.
yeah. The only thing I didn't like is I don't think we would have the right players for the trickery play. Like we don't have a Debo Samuels,
we
which I
don't.
don't think any team does because he's that talented.
Yeah.
But I think this was a good pick.
Yeah, the closest guy to Debo Samuel is probably Cordell Patterson, and after that, that's about it.
Yeah,
There are very few
seriously.
players like that.
Yep.
Jumping over to another team. This is an interesting hiring, one that impacts us here in Chicago, a guy that we all root for, honestly. Chicago people love this head coach. The Texans hired Lovie Smith.
Sure did.
How do you feel about that?
I think it was a desperate move.
Okay.
I feel like if you guys have been living on a rock, they're also in some hot water.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this was a way to be like, what are you talking about? We hired Lovie Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's why. Do you know that Lovie Smith was in on all the interviews of the other candidates that the Texans were going
He
for?
was in the interviews?
He was in the interviews.
like listening to the interviews.
He was like in the interviews, listening to them.
What?
They were trying to get his feedback, and then out of all, we're like, you know what?
Why don't
Maybe
you
we
do
should
it?
go with Lovie.
Yeah.
Let's do it, guys.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't
true
know that.
story.
That's
Like he was like
some
there, like what?
ass backward stuff right there.
Yeah, man, like that's insulting. Like,
Mhm.
oh, here's one candidate, here's another. What do you think, Lovie? Oh, okay, great. Oh man, yeah, let's hire. You know what? We're gonna give it to you because Josh McCown just isn't ready yet. Think about that too.
They were gonna get a guy
hired
who's
Lovie.
Yeah. And they were gonna go hire a guy who was coaching high school football, like just like literally was just coaching it.
But they hired Lovie. I'll get to you in a second. Wombat one.
Wombat one, nice.
Josh McCown was up for it. A lot of people are singing his praises. I think the Texans got in hot water. They were about to give it to him like, oh, shoot, this would look super bad
Yep.
because Josh McCown has never coached a day in his life, and everything else that comes with that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, all right, we'll give Lovie a one-year deal. This way we can.
Is it really a
Room.
1 year deal?
It's a one-year deal.
Holy shit.
Tell me I'm wrong. All right, go ahead, Andrew.
I was just going to say, I think this is another scapegoat move like it was last year with David Culley. And this just adds, I think, a little bit more to it, too, because when you look at the fact that Brian Flores is suing the NFL, it's a little bit convenient that all of a sudden he's suing about the discrimination in those interviews against the Giants and the Broncos, and then all of a sudden you get Lovie Smith getting hired as the fourth minority coach and the second black coach in the NFL next to Mike Tomlin. So.
Wombat 2?
I will say this much. I have heard from sources down in Houston that Lovie was very, very, very much well respected by the upper management of the Houston Texans. So it wasn't a shock hire to me. I just didn't realize that he wanted to be a head coach again would be my thought process.
I
But
mean, I don't think he did anything to merit another opportunity to be a head coach.
Here's why that's even more insulting. He's well respected by upper management,
I think he's
but
well
he
respected
wasn't
around the league.
considered until they got into hot water,
When the
until
Brian
like they were
Flores stuff
running out of
happened-
candidates.
Listen, when the Brian Flores thing happened, like the NFL kind of, I felt like twisted an arm here and said, "Hey, why don't you? Hey,
It was like someone better hire
Yeah,
someone here.
yeah." So
But I will say that about the Bears franchise, like we are not even in that talk because we did hire Lovie, and Lovie's a good coach. I
So
think
here's what I'll
he's
say. I honestly think the hire is a crisis aversion kind of hire. That
For
team
sure.
is going. Honestly, they have so much drama there. You bring in a stabilizing
Sure.
force like Lovie Smith. He can kind of shift the culture back to some degree of normalcy. And then once you have that, then you can bring in the coach that you want. And then everything's a little bit different.
Okay.
So I think he's kind of like a steadying force. Kind of like,
So he's
like when John Fox was hired here. Kind of like that.
or like a Rick Renneria.
Yeah, there you go. Like a Rick Renteria, correct.
Okay.
Like a guy who's going to come in and just kind of smooth things over,
things in
trying to
place.
put things in order, put the pieces where they're supposed to be, and then you make your splash higher.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it too, like what head coach wants to go to the Texans, especially with
You don't even know if you have a quarterback there.
Exactly,
Like
that's what I
there's
was
so
gonna
much
say.
going on there,
Yeah.
and then just the way that like the GM
Watson's
and the
stuff is
management,
still playing out,
it's just so bad
and
there.
it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's so
Anyways,
bad there. All right, we'll move over to the last head coaching hire. This one was a little bit of a surprise. So Sean Payton was out, and they
Stepped
decided.
down.
Yeah,
which it was shocking.
it was a shock.
I think it broke the internet.
Yeah, it did. It did. I give him a little bit of time before he comes back. He'll get the itch.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think he just was like, you know what, Breeze is. I'm gonna take a.
Yeah,
a
I need
moment.
time. Get a quarterback, and then I'll go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't want to deal with this anymore.
Yeah, yeah. So they've promoted their defensive coordinator, Dennis Allen.
Yeah, I mean,
He knows the system, knows the team. Has been there, done that. So
players respect him. They're used to him.
he's been there for 6 years. So
Yeah,
Makes sense.
I don't think that was a crazy move, and
No.
you know what? It's a safe move.
it is safe.
That's what I would say. It's a safe, and maybe they're thinking like, all right, Sean Payton sits out for a year.
Mhm.
Can he do that? Can he sit out for a year? And then the Saints are like, all right, come on back.
No, he could do whatever he wants at that point. Yeah. So yeah.
I was thinking like contracts, like maybe they worked in his
It
contract.
depends on the wording and what they have in the contract, like if he can walk out on it or what the deal is. I think the first team that has a crack at him would be New Orleans. So
Okay.
yeah, but he's got a good relationship with them. If he wanted to walk, I'm sure they'd let him.
So far, there's been some shakeup in the NFL with the
Mhm.
head coaches.
Mhm.
Now we're gonna go over to player news.
Ooh,
I'm gonna let
deal.
you take it. See, this
Okay.
that's how nice I was.
Oh,
I like
super nice guy.
took
What a-
it, the
what a
transition,
guy. Love
so
it.
you can be the guy.
Love it. Like the
So-
radio tease you just gave there. All right, cool. So a lot has happened in the NFL. We're going to start with the biggest news, honestly. Tom Brady retired.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, they
can't
leaked
believe
it, but
yeah, it sucked that it was leaked. That's like the day and age that we're
yeah,
in.
man. I'd be if I
would
Tom
be
Brady was pissed.
pissed.
I'd be pissed too. I'd
Yeah.
be like, really, you took that moment from me.
Mhm.
I would, really, Shefty.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks for him, but hey, great career. Honestly, what can you say about him? He's the GOAT. The greatest
Yeah, I
quarterback
mean-
to ever do it. The most winning quarterback.
I mean, obviously, I wasn't the biggest fan when he was on New England. I don't think any was
Yeah.
because he was just destroying everyone.
Yep.
But I think he really did prove like, is it Tom Brady or Bill Belichick?
you got to respect him for being able to go to a different team and win.
And
a game.
win.
Yeah.
and win. And not only that, like they didn't have the best players. They didn't get
didn't.
like a super team.
No.
And he didn't look
It was a
good
good team.
starting off, and they started to gel, and they got it in the end.
Mhm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, he is the GOAT. He is the Michael Jordan to football.
Any lasting
say it.
memories of him that you have? I have one.
Oh,
He was in New England and he came and played in Chicago in the cold and he juked Brian Urlacher. I will
Oh, yeah, that
never
was a good
forget it.
one.
I think he ran for 10 yards and got a
Yeah.
first down, like on a 3rd and 9 or something. Never forget it.
I mean, when he got picked off the last game in New England, that was a good one. That was
Yeah.
a good memory for me.
Yeah. All right. Cool. A negative one.
I mean, just
Cool.
yeah.
Negative Nancy. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Great career, and that's what you remembered.
No, I'm just saying.
Jesus. All right. Cool.
No.
In other news, DL, we teased this a little bit earlier.
Ugh.
We can't wait for this man to leave our
Seriously,
division.
bye.
Yeah.
Just leave. Stop it.
Aaron Rodgers, what's he gonna do? We watch Pat McAfee all the time, trying to see what's going on. Shout out to Pat McAfee and the boys over there.
Honestly,
Great
honestly,
show. I don't know. What do you think Aaron Rodgers is gonna do?
I don't think he's coming back to Green Bay just because I think he wants to end his career with a Super Bowl win.
Mhm.
I think most players do. I don't
Mhm.
think there's anyone who's like, I'm good. So I don't think he's going to come back to Green Bay just because of the simple fact that they are in, number one, cap hell.
Mhm.
Number two, they have 2 wide receivers signed. That would be Cobb and their newest
Alan Lazard?
rookie,
Oh, the rookie. Okay.
who we don't know anything
So
else
nobody else is under
That's it.
contract. Yeah.
for wide receivers. I mean, they still got the running games, but think about it. Like the OC gone, the quarterback coach is gone.
Mm-hmm.
I think their defensive coordinator's gone, which doesn't really matter to him.
No, it doesn't. But yeah.
But I think I would want to get out of Green Bay. I would be sick of the BS that goes on in that front office as well.
Mm-hmm.
I really think he's either. I actually hope he goes to the Steelers. Honestly,
That would be cool.
Steelers or Tennessee.
Okay. There was a rumor
He bought a house.
that he bought a house down
He
there,
bought a
and it was
house.
part of the reason why they were linking him there. I don't know. I think Denver makes the most sense personally.
Yeah.
I think it makes the most sense. I think you go to a team like that and they give you more power. A lot of this has to do with the power they were giving Aaron. He didn't really get a lot of personnel power.
Oh, good call.
So that's one of the things. I think he go to Denver and they tell him, hey, we'll give you the power that you need and go from there. It's going to be interesting to see. All I care about is that he's no longer in the NFC North.
Yeah, I'm just glad he's gone.
That's it.
Bye. Bye,
Yeah,
Kate.
yeah.
Please don't re-sign with Green Bay. Please don't do it, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Speaking of Green Bay, another big player that's going to be on the market, hopefully, if
Bro.
he doesn't get franchise tagged, Devontae Adams. Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
there is a huge rumor that there's just, I wouldn't say huge, but there's rumors, there's a little like scuttlebutt that our OC, Getsy, is trying to get him over to the Bears.
Trying to get him to the Bears. Okay.
Oh my God, I don't know what I would, you know what? If we get Devontae Adams, I will run up and down these hallways butt ass naked.
Hey, well, all right.
film
We
it.
won't even.
No,
let's
no,
not.
no,
Let's
no,
not.
no.
Yep.
No?
Okay, so those last two
Mhm.
subjects that y'all were talking about, let me lump those together. Here's what I think will happen. If the Packers franchise tag Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers is back as a Green Bay quarterback. If they let him go into free agency, do not franchise tag him, and he goes somewhere else, Aaron Rodgers is gone.
Yeah, seriously. Because he even said he doesn't want to be a part of a rebuild, yada, yada, yada. So, God, I don't want him back in Green Bay. I just want him out of the NFC North. Like,
Both Devontae
you win.
and Aaron Rodgers.
You were awesome.
Yep.
Get out of here.
Yeah, he honestly murdered us. His record against us is
But, yeah,
insane.
Devontae Adams, man, like, I think he's obviously one of the best, if not the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Top 3, easily.
Honestly, I think he could go. He literally can go anywhere. I don't think any team. Now it all depends on like the money. That's where I think the Bears. I don't think they're gonna pony up. I really don't. If they do, like I said, up and down these hallways. So
We'll see.
I think if anywhere he lands, I don't know. Where do you think he's gonna land?
You know what? This is my moment. Devontae Adams. From me to you. Devontae Adams. The Chicago Bears want you so bad. If you came to Chicago and won us a Super Bowl,
Oh my
you
legend.
would never pay for a meal or a service ever in Chicago.
You would go down in history. Like lore. Heroes are made, but legends never die.
Hopefully he comes. But anyway,
Come on,
let's
Devontae
jump
Adams.
over. There's another like there's so much drama in the NFL. You gotta love it. Kyler
Yeah.
Murray. Did you hear about Kyler Murray? He
Yes,
went on
Baby
his-
Yoda. I
yeah,
did.
He went on his social media platforms and deleted all things Cardinals. Everything.
That's so weird to me because it's almost like being a spoiled brat. It's like, we're supposed to win, and then like deletes everything.
That's what that's like the new move, the new power move that these athletes are doing these days is going on social media and deleting things.
It's a
and
big
like
giant middle finger.
Yeah, it's like a secret. Ooh, what does that mean? You know,
But not only
it's-
that, it's like to the fans too. It's like, you guys are trash. I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah. What do you think happens with Kyler Murray?
I think, you know what I think it is? I think he's probably revamping his social media. I don't think he's going anywhere. That team is stacked. They just got the injury bug too late. And also, I think they didn't do him any favors by letting him sit out game after game.
Yep, I agree.
Because if you saw, especially if you saw that
He's
Detroit
rusty.
game, and if you watched our past shows or listened, he wasn't the same after he was out for that long. He just wasn't. He was rusty. He didn't look good. And Double D has said it many times. DeAndre Hopkins got injured too. All of a sudden, he didn't know what to do.
Yep.
He just
Safety
looked
blanket
lost,
was gone. Yep.
which is crazy because they have a really good receiving core. They really do.
Loaded. That offense is
Yeah.
completely loaded.
I think my perspective is he's got 2 years left on his contract. I think it's a power play to get an extension.
Oh, good point.
I like it.
Yeah, to get a little
Honestly,
bit. Okay.
if you're ever questioning what's going on, just follow the money.
Yeah.
Follow the money. That's really the biggest thing you could do. A little bit more drama. Another guy that's been linked to Chicago, coming from Atlanta, Calvin Ridley. So he's done in Atlanta. That's pretty much a
Yeah.
foregone
If you like
conclusion.
sit out for the whole season,
That's it.
Yeah.
He's done there. Hopefully he's doing okay. You know, he was having some mental health issues, and hopefully he's doing better.
Seriously.
But now the question becomes, what comes of him? What happens? Is he gonna go to a different team? And if so, which team? Another guy I would love to see here in Chicago. Honestly.
Do we know what's on his contract? How many? Oh, we do have like an Atlanta Falcons fan.
We do.
Yes, you do.
Hey, Atlanta Falcons fan. Wombat number 2.
I do believe it's 2 years left on his contract, 2 or
Okay.
3. It's either 2 or 3 years left on his contract. My whole issue with Calvin Ridley right now is I do believe that it is a mental health issue for him that he needs to get straight, and I would much rather him get it straight than come back in any kind of capacity to the NFL. Oh, he's only got a year left. Okay,
Hey,
so I was
that-
wrong.
That's
Okay.
huge. Here's the thing. You turn around and you tell Atlanta, we'll give you a third right now.
Seriously.
You going to say no?
Here you go.
But I don't know if he ever wants to play football again. Usually when they make plays like this, they're still on social media. They're still doing this. They're still doing
He's
that.
been MIA.
He's been gone.
Mhm.
So I really do believe that this is a true blue mental health issue that he's trying to deal with and cope with.
Andrew, what you got?
Keep in mind, too, he's got 1 year left on his deal for 2022, and then he's an unrestricted free agent after that. He is 27 years old, but this year he'll cost $11 million.
Which is
So the Bears got about
Yeah.
$50 million in cap space, so they can actually make this move if they want, but they're going to have to make a trade for him, and they don't have any first-round picks. That's the problem.
Yeah. So
But if they're willing to move a second-round pick for him, that could be a viable move.
I don't think any team's going to give a second to a player that you don't know if he's going to play. But you go to them and say, hey, here's a third. I think everybody wins.
And maybe like somebody that they didn't even,
Yeah.
like some other receiver. There's a couple of receivers.
Hey, Atlanta, here's Tariq Cohen and a third.
My only fear factor of this, is that, as Double D was saying, like, is it really mental? Is it like, is he just not? Because there are players that make it all the way that just like they don't even love the game. They're just that talented.
Mhm.
Like maybe he just doesn't love the game. And he's like, I'm good. I made my millions.
Yeah.
Let me just retire and call it quits. But I wouldn't be mad if they made a move for it. But yeah, man, they're gonna have to get some sort of draft picks too, because what we get Calvin Ridley for a rental for a year, and that's it.
Hey, I'll take it. A rental over nothing because we literally have no receiving core right now. It's only
Yeah,
Darnell
that's
Mooney.
true.
We,
And
like,
man,
they
him
lost
and
everybody.
Mooney,
Yeah,
woo,
it'd be great.
loaded.
Jumping into the last bit of news, Alvin Kamara.
Man, this sucks.
Is he in legal trouble? I think more and more news has been trickling out about what's happened. I know you got the scoop on it.
Yeah, so apparently Alvin Kamara
This
was
is allegedly.
allegedly. Thank you. I was trying to find the right
Yep,
word.
No worries, I gotcha.
Okay. So he was in Vegas. Oh, shocker. And, he was in a club. Oh, shocker. And a fight came. Oh, what happened? Anyways, apparently him and his squad literally beat this man unconscious.
Mhm.
What I've seen and what I've heard is that, Alvin just threw a couple of punches and walked away, and his crew is the one who they were stomping on him,
Mhm.
which, that's not I mean, I don't think violence is cool in any regards.
Yep.
However, we don't know what was exchanged.
Mhm.
We don't know what was said. But even so, man, you're a pro
High
football player.
profile athlete. And you can't be this. You just can't be getting in trouble like this.
Can't just get security, dude. You don't have
That's
to,
That's what you pay people for.
So I don't understand it. I don't get it. And I feel, I feel bad for the guy who got beat up. I don't know what he said, but I don't think anyone deserves to get beat so bad they're unconscious, And now you have this on your name, and who knows? He's facing, if convicted, he's facing 5 years, dude.
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
Could throw away
all
his entire
that
career.
thrown away.
Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting to follow this story and the fantasy implications that come with it.
Oh,
So,
man.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge.
Lots of fantasy news, lots of implications. But we do have some really good questions this week, DL.
What?
Yeah, I'm excited for
Oh,
these
you
questions.
guys haven't. All right.
Yeah, we're going to go to our mailbag. And our first question this week, DL, comes from Angry Sheen.
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, Angry Sheen says, is Darnell Mooney a top 20 fantasy wide receiver next year?
Yes.
Ooh. What are you basing this on?
I'm basing it on what I saw this year.
Is this if he's the number one, or what if he's the number two?
I think he's the number 2.
I'm just saying,
Like
if
on
the
a
Bears
team
go into
or
it, if the Bears don't sign anybody, I feel comfortable in saying he's the top 20 wide receiver.
Well, yeah. Okay.
If the Bears sign somebody, I don't think he's a top 20
No.
wide receiver.
I'll agree to that. I'll agree with that. But I think he took the step, right?
He
Because
did.
the year before was his rookie year. This is his second year. He's worked very well with Fields. He showed up. He got you some points.
Mhm.
He's gone to the deep ball. He's progressing, and that's what you want to see in
1,000-yard
a player.
receiver this year, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, usually if you get 1,000 yards, that's the benchmark for, being one of the better, if not elite receivers usually. Is he top 20 fantasy wide receiver? It depends on the league settings that you're in. In a standard league, probably not.
Yeah, no.
But in a PPR league, I think he's a lot
Yes.
closer to a top 20 wide receiver. It really depends on who they sign. If they go out and get Calvin Ridley, I think he still has a chance at top 20. If they go get Devontae Adams, he's
I
not
mean,
a top
come
20.
on, really?
I'm just saying. Just saying.
Oh no, I'm gonna
Devontae
argue with
would
that. Like,
take
no,
so
Moody's
many.
gonna.
Yeah, he would take so many targets away. So.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure, dude.
yeah, but yeah, good question. Keep those coming. The next question that we have comes from Air Conditioned Dan.
Staying cool, huh?
Yeah, he's trying to stay cool. I think he's down in Florida. Air Conditioned Dan says, as the commissioner of a league, what should I be doing during the offseason?
Okay, me being a commissioner as well, which I have lacked doing some stuff, but I got to jump on in it. I think once you start getting closer to the actual season, that's when you're going to make the bigger changes. However, you want to kind of feel out how everyone kind of felt, right? Like I know in our league, you know, there's been talk about keepers. There's been talk about like fat budgets. Talk about getting rid of like the
rule changes. Yeah,
rule changes. So I think those are all things you need to keep in mind and keep kind of like reminding people of it. And then like literally, and this is what we're gonna do. I haven't told anyone, but if you're watching, this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna have like a quick meeting or something like straight up vote before the season starts. And then it is what it is. If you don't vote, if you don't participate, then we're gonna go with the ayes or the nays of who did.
Yep.
Right. But if you are making changes, like I said, feel out the group. See, don't be that one dictator. You still want to get, you know, some insight. However, you're not going to get a clear answer. I found that out a hard way because there's always going to be a few people who are against it, a few people for it. It's going to come down to your decision. But overall, you know, you need to make it fun for everyone. And yeah, that would be my suggestion to you. Start like dropping some things you want to change, and then before the season start, make those changes or have those votes.
Yeah, so I like that. That's good information. I would also say just stay active in your group chat.
Yeah,
that goes a long
totally.
way. Just I love the group chat that we're in with you guys. It's like it's active. It's the same few people talking, but keep it going because then people get excited for the next year. You keep that camaraderie and keep that that energy alive, and it's really good for the league.
And it's just like friends. My friends making friends of it's like friends making friends of friends.
Correct.
It's awesome.
Correct.
Cool
a few things I would suggest as a commissioner in a fantasy basketball league. I'm not a commissioner in any football leagues, but I like to try to do outings for us. Like I like to try to meet at the bar or something, or go get some pizza or something, just to keep people close for the off season. Another thing I like to do, honestly, is when discussing rule changes, I like to tell people of different rule changes and then tell them why this would be cool, stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
don't be a dictator.
Yeah, exactly. So just small things like that would go a really long way. Lastly, in one of the leagues I'm in, somebody does this. My buddy Pickler, what he does is he sends out like all-time stats to try to keep people involved, like interested. So he'll reach out to us and be like, "Hey, did you know that you're 8-6 against me all time?" And you have like 950 rushing yards from your 2 running backs. Like he'll send out like crazy stats. Like I don't know how the hell he gets them, but he'll do it, and it's like, oh shit, that's really cool, And
that's actually smart. You can deep dive on Yahoo because they do the managing stuff.
Yep.
That I like that because then it gives you that competitive edge. I think for me, myself, and I, one thing that I made a mistake of, if you have somebody in your league that really, like, you had to beg them to play every single year, I think you need to find a replacement.
That's another huge thing. I'm glad
because if they're not into it,
Yep.
it's just going to be a headache because chances are they're not going to pay attention.
They might not pay money.
Yeah, they're not going to pay money. So you want to kind of get a vibe on that too. If there's that one person
that's kind of on the fence,
or got butt hurt, it's like, oh, I'll never win.
Honestly, start sprinkling in the idea of upping your money too for the league. Like I'm in a few leagues where we only pay $10-15, and I'll start sprinkling it in, like saying, hey, would you guys be open to $50? We could do 25 right now, and then the other 25 on draft day. Small things like that could go a long way in making people more interested in the league. So keep that in mind. Just a few ideas to throw out there. DL, for our next segment, DL. Really, really, really excited for the Super Bowl.
Yo, have you been looking at our chat?
Yeah, I looked at all of it.
Oh, you just been keep quiet about it?
No, I just looked at it right now, and it's some of the homies. I actually know everybody who's commenting here, so yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny.
Yep.
I see you, and I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, we do see you guys. Fix the lights. Someone said fix the lights. I don't know what that means.
Whatever.
Yeah. Haters.
Haters, dude. Like
here,
that's
dude.
the thing. Like, why?
That's just my boy Jake.
I could smell your breath through the monitor.
Yeah,
Like, why would you say that?
Yeah.
So it's a running joke with my dude Jake that the lights in the back
just
unfortunately have gone out. So we don't have anybody, unfortunately, that's able to be here to fix it. So rather than have one on light and no lights, it's the running joke that he keeps telling me to fix the lights. I can't fix the lights, Jake. I can't do it, man.
All right.
Can't do it.
You know what?
Well, whatever.
Anyways, cool.
Whatever, I think we look good.
Oh, but there is a question though.
Oh, what's the question?
Are you a closet
Bengals fan? I did go to Cincinnati to see the Bengals game 2 weeks ago, and they won. So, I'm also a big Joe Burrow fan, and I've had Joe Mixon in a
You
keeper
hopping on
league
that wagon?
since. I'm rooting for the Bengals this
Me
week.
too. I'm on the wagon too.
All right,
I don't
cool.
care. Call me what you want. Let's go.
All right, perfect
Hoo-day.
segue. Hoo-day, yeah.
Hoo-day.
A perfect segue, honestly, for the
You guys are
next
doing it all
topic.
wrong.
Yeah, it's
You're doing it all wrong. It's who they think gonna beat them Bengals? Nobody.
He's 100% correct.
Yeah, I just want to say the Hoo-day part. I wasn't trying to do the whole chant.
Hold on, is that like a ripoff from New Orleans?
Yeah. Hoo-day.
No, that's who dat.
Yeah, I know. Is it a ripoff from New Orleans?
No, that the Bengals thing was before the Saints.
Really?
Yeah. Who Dey was in the 80s. That's their thing
Oh,
from the
wow.
80s and the 90s.
You know, I
Who dat
thought about
came in
that
the
'cause I was like,
2000s.
Wait, no, that's the Aints. I mean the Saints.
Yeah.
You know. Ugh.
Whatever,
Anyways,
whatever.
Hoo-day.
Whatever. There's so much to talk about for the Super Bowl, though. Honestly, I'm really excited about the game. I'm glad
Me
it's
too.
not two teams that are always in there. I'm glad
Yep.
it's not the Patriots, or some team that like Green Bay
Kansas
or whatever.
City.
Yeah. Screw those teams. It's fresh meat. Let's go.
You know what's kind of funny though? Like
What?
if you think about 2 years ago, how excited everyone was about Kansas City, and then when they've gone like back to back, everyone's like, "Oh, I'm so glad they're not good this year."
Yeah. Yeah, I hate that. But you know what? We were spoiled when the Bulls were in the championship for 6 times.
Yeah, I was
so
like, hell
whatever.
yeah, let's
exactly.
go. Okay, go ahead. I'm
All
sorry.
right, cool. So we're gonna do a modified stud and dud. A little
Yes.
different than what we normally do, but Super Bowl edition. Okay.
Okay.
For the Super Bowl, DL, who is your stud and who is your dud?
Okay, so I had a stud in mind, but JC stole it. So I'm just gonna say that. I was preface that. Then I was like, all right, cool. Joe Burrow. Oh, too easy, and I knew you guys would like slam on me,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then Double D came in with a good stud. I'm like, I'm gonna use it. He's like, no, I'm gonna keep it. I'm like, shoot. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Drew Sample.
Drew Sample?
Yes,
Drew Sample.
the tight end.
Drew Sample.
Yeah. Hey man, it's not. You gotta admit.
It's unorthodox, but we'll take
You know,
it.
it's not an easy stud.
If you're right, you're gonna look like a genius.
I know, right?
Yeah. And if you're wrong, no one's gonna remember.
I mean,
I just didn't want to get too crazy with like.
no, that's a good one though.
You didn't want to go with like
Chase.
Trey Hendrickson or something like that.
Yeah, you
you
want
you
something
like you
good.
like that's way out of blue
Yeah.
left field, man. Like that that's way out there.
Yeah.
I props to you. I
Thank
give you
you.
props for going like out of the box, but like you went out of the box, out of the triangle, out of
Went
the
around.
circle. Like
But here's
the
every
thing.
you're
I
like
was
in the
sitting there thinking
octagon,
about it.
dude. Like
Here's the thing. This is what I was doing in my head, right?
Okay.
So you got Jamar Chase,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And I was just like, that's too easy. And I don't think he's going to have that great of a game. Honestly, I think he's going to be covered pretty well, right? I think that's a good matchup.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the second part, I was like, all right, let's go with Joe Mixon. But then I was like, oh, man, that L.A. line,
That's a good line.
I don't know about that.
Mhm.
So then I was like, all right, they can't go deep down the field. They can't run the ball. The tight end. And Drew Sample popped up because I was like, oh, they're not going to expect that. So maybe the Bengals, to kind of throw the Rams off,
Yeah.
are going to give him a good package.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Deep dive,
I know
guys.
it's super
But
deep.
really, I got two studs, Joe Burrow.
Yeah, that's good.
So I can't
Way
lose.
to save it. Yeah, yeah. All right,
lose.
cool. Who's your dud?
My dud would be Eli Apple,
Mm.
a.k.a. Toast,
Okay.
because he gets burnt. Oh,
does.
And you know why?
stuck
You know
with
why
the
he
Giants,
bothers
too.
me too? He's kind of like you. He just talks all this shit and he can't back it
Kinda
up.
like
And then he gets all mad. And then Double D, what's up, man?
I completely agree with you because that's the only reason the Bengals are in the Super Bowl this year is because during halftime, I'm sure the D coordinator's like, Apple, don't go anywhere near Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, seriously. Seriously. So that's going to be my
He's
dud.
kind of like you, he says. What a freaking guy. All right, cool. My
That's for
stud,
stealing my stud.
Yeah, uh-huh. My stud is T. Higgins. I have a note here saying, "Aw, you stole mine." But yeah, I think T. Higgins is going to eat. Honestly, I
Yeah,
think
me
Jalen
too.
Ramsey is going to shadow Jamar
Yep.
Chase. There's been a lot of controversy. Well, a lot of talk about what's going to
I
happen.
think it's
there.
going to be a good match.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good matchup. I think Jamar Chase could still get a few
I think
catches on
that's what I'm
Jalen
saying.
Ramsey. He's
Yeah.
that good. But T. Higgins is going to be the guy I think Joe Burrow is just targeting. He's a freaking giant. He's awesome. He's been killing. He's been hot. T. Higgins has probably been their strongest receiver the last 2 games. So
And don't forget about Drew Sample.
yeah, I don't know about that one. Sample of something else. All right, cool. So the dud I'm going with for me is Tyler Higbee.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. I was going to still with Joe Mixon. Okay.
No, I was
Damn.
yeah.
All right.
stud.
Yeah, I agree with
Tyler
that.
Yeah.
Tyler Higbee, I think, had his day,
Mhm.
but that day is long gone.
Yeah, it is gone. It is long gone. All right, another fantastic part of the show, something that we don't do often.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm going to use Double D stud, which I agree with,
Yeah.
and that'd be Odell Beckham.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
Absolutely. And I was going to go with my dud being Joe Mixon. So
Okay.
Really? Man's been
Good.
hot.
I like how that worked out.
He's been hot.
That's the shocker because my stud is actually Joe Mixon, and my dud's OBJ.
oh.
You know what? Here's what's funny about this, right? Because during the season, you guys were all like ripping on me about like, oh, Odell Beckham, really?
Yeah, he
really?
turned it on. You're right.
And game after game after game, he has gotten better
Yep.
and better
Yep.
and better. So I think this is his chance to get his Super Bowl win, and he'll probably
We do have a
see him
post,
retire or something.
a
I want to be
post here
shocked.
from Mark B. The dud is going to be the Bengals O-line. They have the
Yes.
league worst. They
Yep.
let up 51 total sacks.
I'm a little bit nervous
the
about that. I
league
think
worst.
I was talking to Double D before the show. It's going to be scary.
That's a good. It's a good little bit of information there by Mark B. We appreciate that. It's a good one. It's going to be.
I'm going with the
interesting to see.
Cinderella story.
You think Cam Akers gets off then because he's running around? Like, you think he has a great game?
The D line sucks.
I'm just talking about like Cam Akers and the running game for LA.
I don't think so because, honestly, if you think, because they did play Kansas City.
Yeah.
Kansas City isn't known for running.
Yeah,
That's a good point. I like that point.
yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens.
It will be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to run up and down all over.
No, I
him.
don't think so either. I think he's still getting back to full health.
Yeah.
Probably 80%. But all right, cool. One of the
Sorry.
best parts of the Super Bowl is always betting on it.
Yes.
And some of the
Oh,
fun
man.
things that you can bet on, honestly, it's ridiculous. You can bet on almost anything.
Yeah.
Seriously, you can bet on whether there's going to be a streaker or not, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
You win actual money.
Yeah,
You can win
you
shitload
can
of
win some
money.
good
Yeah.
money. The odds here are pretty incredible. So if you nail one of these, nice little payday for you.
Yeah.
But we do have a few prop bets that we want to throw out there for you guys, the listener, the viewer, whatever.
To look into.
Yeah.
To look into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get started. DL, the first prop bet. What is it? What you got?
We got the coin toss.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So heads or tails. Now I always go with heads.
Yeah.
I'm
Tails
always-
never fails, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people say tails. I say heads.
Okay.
But it's like 100? It's 50-50,
Yep.
whichever way you bet. But I'm going to go with heads.
Yep. And they're plus 100 each. So, nice little way to bet 100, make 100.
Yeah.
Pretty easy. Pretty easy. Boys, you got a favorite, heads or tails? What are you guys thinking?
tails.
Head tails. Head tails.
Head
Or
tails.
tail
You want it
heads.
to land in the
What,
middle.
what was it called by Jerome Bettis, right? Whatever it was, where they called heads, and then all of a sudden you have Phil Lockett who says it's tails.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorites. I always go with tails though.
Okay. Tails.
I never trust. I
See,
never
always-
trust heads,
I
man.
always tails.
'Cause you
I
can't
never
trust
get
us.
heads.
Every
Never
time
get head.
even when I was a little Dustin, I was always like, I don't like tails. I want to go ahead.
Did it work out for you?
It did.
Okay, you made it to this point.
I did.
All right. Nope, not touching it either. We're going to keep going.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Just clip it. Clip it. All right. The next prop bet. What will happen first? A sack or a touchdown? I know what I think.
So then say it. Why
Sack.
you always got to throw
A
it to
sack.
me? Why are you trying to get clips of me looking stupid?
No, I'm not. You do that yourself. I'm going with a sack.
I think
Especially if
really,
LA gets
even if the Rams get the ball first.
then a touchdown.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
but if the Bengals get the ball first, it's almost a guarantee that there's a sack.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's the thing. So I like the odds. I like stack at minus 115.
See, I think honestly, if the Bengals do get it, they're gonna kick a field goal. But yeah, Joe Burrow's gonna get sacked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving on. What is the color of the Gatorade? What do you
I
think?
like this one. Every year, this is always a fun
This
one.
is good.
Yeah. Honestly, okay, let's go over the colors. You could do blue, clear, orange, none, red, or
None?
purple. None if they don't get the coach with the Gatorade. They always get
Really?
the coach with the Gatorade, yeah. That's what the
Okay.
odds are.
Well, I
None
know
is very
that,
high.
but I didn't know none was an option.
Yeah,
Okay.
It is. Honestly, I think it's always blue or yellow, man. I think I'm going to go blue.
You know, honestly, I'm gonna go orange.
Okay.
But it depends on the sidelight, right? Like who
Yeah.
wins?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, then I'm gonna go orange because I think the Bengals are gonna win.
Pretty good odds, though. You could get blue or clear at plus 400, orange at plus 250, none at plus 300, red at plus 600.
I'm just going with my gut, bro. That's what
Dude,
makes this fun.
You get purple at plus 1400. Purple. That's wild. Just put down $10.
See, I think they're gonna be all cute with it, like, oh, okay, the Rams are gonna have blue and the Bengals are gonna have orange.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
don't know.
It's crazy. All right, cool. The next one is one of my favorites. What color will Snoop Dogg's shoes be?
I'm gonna say blue and yellow.
Okay.
For the
blue.
Rams.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna rock, and plus, the whole LA,
Yeah, yeah.
the Crip stuff.
There will definitely be some blue.
I think it's gonna be blue.
Yeah. It'll definitely be some blue.
I don't know why you're laughing, Double D.
Yeah, what
What,
you
you
guys
don't
got?
you don't get down?
Why
You
you
never
trying to?
heard
Why you trying to
Snoop
be
Dogg
all
doggy
gangster
style?
about it, man? Mine would probably be purple and gold.
I'm just saying.
Purple and gold.
Purple and gold.
All right.
I don't know.
All right. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with some kind of blue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
like,
he's gonna.
I like where you were coming from with the Crips.
Dude, you know he's gonna go with the whole LA
yeah.
thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Next one is: will there be a wardrobe malfunction?
Like during halftime?
Yeah. Well, you think they'll
Or
probably
like overall?
overall.
Yeah.
Like you think they'll yeah, exactly. You guys remember the
Who doesn't, man? That was the best.
dude? That was the best.
What was it? How old were we?
And I was like 14.
So I was
You were
like
probably
23.
like 29
No,
or something. Yeah. All right. Cool.
No, I don't think there will be.
No, me either.
I think
yeah.
they've
They
locked down on
can't.
that. Yeah, because
they
they got
can't.
so much.
Quick
No.
reminder: everyone that's performing, it's going to be Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, Mary J. Blige. Am I missing anybody?
I don't think so.
That's
I think it's gonna be awesome.
that's an incredible ensemble.
I know a lot of
talent.
people are like shitting on it, but I think it's
Hell
cool.
No. It depends. I think it's an ageist thing. I think it's like a different generational thing. You know?
And it's better than Maroon 5.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Maroon 5, but like I like that they're changing it up. It's not like some
The
it's always
Who?
like a rock band.
Yeah. The Who, or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's like, oh, here's our tribute.
Yeah,
Although
here's
Michael
a-
Jackson though,
Yeah.
that was
good.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, but if it's a rock band, it's probably going to be a rock band from like 1991.
Yeah,
something
like
that.
Creed.
Yeah. No.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Hey, hold on. Do you like Nickelback?
God,
All right, let's
no.
keep going. So
Jesus.
the next one is going to be, how long will the national anthem be? This is one that I
Ooh,
always
this is
do
a
every
good
year.
one.
So real quick, the person singing the national anthem is Mickey Guyton, and the line they have it at right now is over or under 1 minute and 55 seconds.
I'm gonna go under.
Okay, boys.
Do you guys want some inside info?
Yes.
She is known to be the fastest singer of the national anthem
Told you.
ever. She has sang it as fast as 95 seconds.
Wow, you like did a deep dive on this.
So a minute
It's
and
it's
35.
from working my job at BetQL. They actually talked about this.
Well,
I
there we go. We
would-
got a professional here.
Yeah.
I would still, you said minute 55.
Yeah.
I would probably, if it's at a minute 55, I'd probably take the under.
Yeah.
I think she'll go over a minute 30,
Okay.
but
Ooh,
I
okay.
don't know. I don't know
Huge difference.
by how much. Yeah, I think maybe by 15 seconds she'll probably hold on to some stuff a little longer than
Okay.
than that. But yeah, I would go under.
Under
then.
155.
I feel
It's
like the
155.
NFL probably like told her like, hey, don't
Be
get
longer.
crazy with this. Like, we got to
Yeah.
get this game in and out.
Yeah. 155. Okay, I'm gonna take the under. I think I'm gonna put $100 on that. I think
Yeah.
that's my favorite bet. Because that insider information you just gave me just really did sway
Yeah,
me.
but what if, depending on what you're betting on, what if it's a minute? What'd you say, a minute 30?
A minute. Her fastest is a minute 35 seconds. So you can.
So bet the over.
No. Right now the line's at 155.
Oh, it is?
Line's at
Oh, we betting
155.
the under.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to do that
You
now.
can modify it to a different time and you get more money. Like the stakes get better for you. But like
I'm going to keep it right
I'm
there.
gonna keep it
I'm
at
going to bet the
155.
under.
Go
And
under. I like it. Thank you for that information. And that's why.
wow, look at that.
Double D-
Like, we're getting like
Hey, Wombat
real
2 is on it. All right. Wombat 2 knows.
professional advice.
Exactly.
I like it.
All right. The next one is, what jersey will Drake be wearing?
This D-bag's going to wear LA.
Yeah, it's gonna be an LA thing. He just like flip flops every time. Like he'll wear whatever the flavor of the month
Whatever
is.
the best team.
Yeah.
Because everyone's got LA.
Yeah.
What's up, Wombat 2?
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Don't forget, Mr. Joe Cool is on the Bengals,
Oh, good point. I do like that.
and he might go trendy with it and rock a Burrows jersey.
And he does root for the Raptors. Big Raptors
Yeah,
fan.
huge Toronto, everything.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
As long as he doesn't do that double jersey crap that he's been pulling every now and then, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ride or die. Go down with the ship.
You know
Just
what I think
like
he's gonna do?
Andrew did with the Bear.
Hey, they're gonna be in LA, right? I think there's a Kobe jersey.
Oh.
That's what I
Yeah,
think happens.
totally.
Kobe.
Totally. But really, like, you know what?
And
that
you-
kinda
and to
irritates
be
me when
honest,
people
that's
wear
why I
jerseys
think
from
Snoop's
other
gonna go
sports
Yeah.
to other
purple and
games.
gold.
Yeah, you think Snoop does Kobe too?
If anybody's gonna rock a Kobe jersey, I bet it be Snoop, and that's why I'm going purple and gold with the sneakers.
Ooh.
Ooh, good call. All right.
I think we're really onto something here.
Yeah, that's a really good call because, yeah, he's not going to rock a football jersey. Although Snoop Dogg was a coach
He was.
of a Pop Warner.
Mm-hmm.
Huh,
Wouldn't
wow.
surprise me if he brought out his like little Pop Warner kids like out there. on the
Yeah,
field. That'd
just
be
like,
cool.
hey, let's go, guys.
Yeah, there's a ton of
I
prop
like
bets,
Snoop
though.
Dogg. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's dope.
All
All the
right.
guys are dope. Honestly, I can't wait to see Eminem. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
There's tons of prop bets, though, honestly. Just take a look at them. There's a lot of good odds to make some money.
These were just like fun ones.
Yeah, they're fun ones. That's part of the fun of the Super Bowl. Like, you don't have to have a rooting interest in either team. You can just bet on, like, the randomness of it. So that's always a good time. DL, you got anything else for us?
Oh, no.
That's it, dude?
That's all I got.
Dude.
What?
Dude.
What?
Jim McMahon's following us, and you have nothing more to say?
Well, you ruined it.
So
he
what?
probably stopped tuning in halfway through because
No
you
way. We
blew
still
the
have that
story.
viewer. We still have that viewer, so.
Oh, we still have a viewer?
No, we have 3.
All right. Hey, okay.
Yeah.
No, nothing, man. I'm betting on the Bengals. I think they're going to win. So
Bengals? Yeah, I'm going to take Bengals, and I'll take the 4. Double D?
Andrew, you want to go first?
You go first.
Rams by 6.
Oh.
what do you say?
Rams by 6.
Oh, you're fired. Hey, we all know that Andrew's a huge Rams fan, so let's just go ahead and pass it.
Don't put words in my mouth. I got the Bengals by 5.5.
I got to say, Andrew was with the Bengals from the start,
It was.
so I want
I'm
to
a
give
Burrow
it to you.
fan. I mean, you can say people say I'm a bandwagon fan, whatever. I love Burrow. I love Chase. Right? I'm rocking my 2019 LSU national
right now.
champions hat.
He is.
So
That's true. That would
be
be a huge. Yeah.
Exactly.
We got a
So,
camera on you.
I've already put out if they win the Super Bowl, I'm bringing in my Joe Burrow jersey. I'm
just gonna
repping the
rock it.
Bengals through and through. I got
So
it
you're
all.
gonna turn in your Bears membership fan club card.
Oh,
and
I've already
officially
done that.
become a
I
Tiger.
turned that into the fireplace and I burned that sucker.
Oh,
I
Hateful,
can't do
dude.
it, man. I
Just
can't
like
do
you
it.
and George
Bears
Kittle.
got to show me
George Kittle
something
helped
before I
you.
come back. They gotta, but you can't just say you love me. You got to give me roses and chocolates. You got to take me out to dinner.
Okay.
If you really
All
want to
right.
run
You
high
know
maintenance
what?
over there.
Nah,
Let's chill
yeah,
out,
okay.
all right? Let's
you
chill
know,
out.
all I gotta say is the Bengals, yes, but it's a cool story.
Yeah.
I'm all for the underdog.
Super. Me
but
too.
I think it's gonna be. I don't think LA is just gonna roll up.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be.
If the Bengals win, it's a close game.
yeah.
If LA
exactly.
wins, they
Yep.
blew the Bengals out of the water.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. I
That's
agree
it.
with that totally.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's it for today's show.
It was
It's
awesome.
Yeah, it's a
It's
great
good seeing
show.
your
It's a
face.
Super Bowl show. You know
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Another show next week? I know Double D wants one.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah. We'll figure out something
we'll
to
do
talk
a
about.
Super Bowl recap.
Oh, we can recap it.
Super
and
Bowl
have,
recap.
Okay.
Talk about these.
Totally
prop
make
bets.
me sound like a taskmaster.
Well,
More content.
more.
More. And who knows? Maybe Dick Butkus at this time will follow me.
Maybe if you get Dick Butkus to follow you, dude.
Dude, that is a fun Twitter.
He's
person.
great. I think
He
he's even better than Jim.
rips people to
Dude.
shreds.
Oh, you know who's even better than Dick Butkus on Twitter?
No one.
If you can get the Iron Sheik to follow
the
you
Iron
on
Sheik is the
Twitter,
best.
I like
know,
Butkus.
You know who Iron Sheik is?
Yes, I follow the Iron Sheik as well.
Nice.
He's funny, but always like, Bubba, I'm gonna beat you up all the time.
That's
And
what he
it's
does.
like,
See, he
okay,
does
cool.
follow the Iron. He knows.
Like I get it, but
Who
like
knows? Hey,
this
Sheik,
man,
follow us.
dude, hold on. I'm sorry before we go, and I know we're running over, but Butkus, like this one fan was like, "Hey man," it was like a Tuesday morning. He was like, "Hey, I just watched your docuseries. It was such a great highlight. Like I love you." And he's like, "Oh, thank you. Good luck with unemployment." I was like, "Oh,
Dang. Savage like
Cole, yeah."
Dude.
I was like, "Oh."
that? Dude, I got to go follow him now.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
rips and he just nails everyone. Oh man, I was like, that was like, oh, I ain't saying nothing about
Dang.
this.
Dang.
Nothing.
Well, that's it for this episode as you drink water and talk about Dick Butkus.
Yeah.
As always, special shout out to the Wombats, both Double D and Andrew, for all their hard work during the offseason and putting together a lot of our content, especially the podcast that we now have that we're super proud of. Shout out to DL, honestly, as well, for being awesome on Twitter. Dude, you're killing it.
Thank you.
And IG.
Thank
So
you.
definitely killing it. We're super excited for the offseason and all the different content we're going to bring to you guys. As always, follow us on Twitter. DL, where?
At Tweet FFG.
And if they have questions during the offseason, if they want to know what the fantasy implications of some of these hirings or the signings of these players, what hashtag can they use if they have questions?
Ask us FFG.
And if you don't use Twitter, that's totally okay because you can always send us emails. DL, where can they send us email questions?
Ask us FFG at gmail.com.
Finally, if you want to give me a call, maybe I'll answer it live, or you could just leave me a voicemail, but we'll get to your questions in the order we get them. You can leave us a voicemail where, DL?
Area code 708-655-4508.
I really like your customer service voice.
Thank you.
It's fantastic.
I
know
practice.
you've been practicing it, and
Have.
you probably mastered it at Yelp.
I did.
Yeah, I'm sure. As always, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and smash that notification button so you know when we go live. Yeah, that's it for today's show. Can't wait for the next one. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.